All right, all. I hope you're doing well today. It is Friday. Woohoo! Let's celebrate, right? And we're gonna do this first example together. So here we go. Um, we are adding and subtracting decimals in this example. Here I have a subtraction problem. Adding and subtracting are so similar in the rules that we use, and we already understand how they work. So I'm not making a separate problem for adding and subtracting. They fall into the same category. So 15.5 minus 24.27. Well, right away, we're going to have to use our rules that we learned a couple of weeks ago for adding and subtracting with negatives, because this negative is bigger, this number is bigger than this one, and it's being subtracted. So we're going to have to see those rules. So if you remember, if we have different signs, then we subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. So we're going to subtract 24.27, and we're going to take 15.5. We're going to subtract 15.5 from that. Now I'm missing something here, right? I'm missing something. One, it's not that. I just was trying to correct my not so great looking one. I'm missing a 0 here, and that's going to make a huge difference. You have to have that 0 there when you're subtracting and when you're adding. Honestly, if this were an addition problem, you'd have to do the same thing. So we have to subtract that 0 here. Now notice you chose to rewrite the smaller number. If these were switched and it was negative 24.27 and 15.5 in that order, I would still have the smaller number written below because it's so much easier to subtract by hand that way. So we are going to have 7 minus 0 is 7. 2 minus 5, well, we need to borrow 1 from the 4, turning that into a 3. 12 minus 5 is 7. Got to borrow here again. And if I borrow differently than some people, but I am assuming this will be enough info for you. 13 minus 5 is 8. 1 minus 1 is 0. And our decimal point goes straight down as well, and we get 8.77. But one thing was forgotten. When we have different signs, we subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. 24.27 is bigger than 15.5, so we take this negative, we bring it on over here, negative 8.77. That's it. Make sure that you're using the right signs. Make sure you're adding when you have the same sign and subtracting when you have different signs, y'all. So important for us to make that distinction. I see it everywhere that we're making that mistake. So keep on doing that correctly, and you'll be all set. Great. That's our first video. Go ahead and watch that second one.